Hello to all my fellow classmates and wonderful instructor. I hope you are all doing well. This is my week 2 discussion. I'm going to be grading the provided video, Informative Speech on Sleep, which I need to burn into my brain because I'm currently doing this at 3:17 a.m. and I need to be up by 8 a.m. Anyways, I'm going to be using a grading rubric that contains 8 competencies that was given to me. I used this rubric as the foundation for these points I'm about to distribute. Join me as I grade this video and continue to lose more sleep. The first competency is about assignment specifics. I'm giving her 5 points. They displayed the time and effort was put into this prior to the recording. A high level of understanding of the topic was shown, and they even went to great lengths to bring in a CPAP machine to help further our understanding. Number 2 covers the introduction. For this, I'm awarding 5 points. As soon as she started, I was captivated by her questions, as it made me question myself and felt as if I needed more information. Her intentions and purpose were made clear about the topic and what would follow. The transition from the introduction to the body was smooth and easy to follow. Number 3 covers material of presentation. I will be awarding 5 points. The information was clear and concise. She was able to source her information from multiple sources, that being online, which came from Mayo Clinic and WebMD, also her mother, who is a credible source. Her mother being a respiratory therapist, obtaining that information from word of mouth. Number 4, observable organizational pattern. I will be awarding 4 points. The summary of points were given and internal transitions were made clear to progress things. My issue is that the information wasn't organized well. The topics were easy to follow, but the order of the topics could have been more well thought out, because I believe the management of stress and inclusion of physical activity should have been prefaced in the beginning, due to them being one thing I would do before sleep. Number 5, language. For this, I will be awarding 4 points. The language used seems to pander to those who must already know about certain things that the general public may not have a full understanding of. You was used quite often, and I wish that she would explain things like the sympathetic nerve activity and hypertension. Being a former EMT, those things were covered when I was in EMT school, and I feel that without that secondary education, that would have totally gone over my head. As stated in the beginning, the speaker has laryngitis, so for this I won't be taking any points from the speaker, because laryngitis can cause pain, make speaking difficult, and overall is commendable because instead of taking the needed time to give her voice a rest, she gave a fantastic presentation. Number 6, vocal presentation. For this, I will be awarding 5 points. Even though she has laryngitis, the rate was precise and easy to follow. Expressiveness and pitches were still prevalent, and the intensity was appropriate, and the volume of voice was audible. Number 7, pronunciation. For this, I will be awarding 2 points. As stated in the 2 previous competencies, I wanted to show grace and commend her for her efforts, but notes were involved heavily. Number 8. For this, I will be awarding 2 points. Eye contact was constantly broken and short-lived. Note cards were present, but held and relied upon heavily. As for gestures and facial expressions, they were there, but very minimal. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the informative presentation on sleep. The grade I would give her is an 80%, a B, but could possibly go up if I knew her on a personal level, because her performance could have been dampened by her unfortunate circumstance. I also feel that it should be noted that despite being in a less than desirable situation and should have been resting her throat, a wonderful presentation was given and her efforts are praiseworthy. Thank you so much for your time.